going live. Going live. I remember that from when I was a kid on a Saturday morning. I believe we had Gordon the Gopher. He was going live with Philip Schofield. Let's let the boys and girls join us. Science on tube. Can't think of anything better. Science on tube. Let's get the pens. Everybody's joining. Hello everybody, good afternoon. What have we got in the kitchen? I need to hide. What can you see? There's nothing that's going to give anything away, nothing you can complain about. Okay. Good. Family, I'm on the tube. Come in here, they will see you and you will be exposed to the internet. Stay off. No, you're not allowed to be exposed. Right, so we're going to show you an update with pens, torches. And if you saw the video this morning, you'll have seen the green laser going through. Tried to make it nice and pretty for you. Right, so first of all, don't mess with electric and water. It is dangerous. You can get electrocuted and you need to be trained to do so. If you watch a video and you think you can put plugs in bottles of water and silver and make magic things happen, you cannot. You need to know a little bit of what you're doing. I didn't say it on the other videos. I haven't had a telling off. I just thought, as Hydrogen Doctor would do, the man David also needs to do. So you can see what's going on there. I've kind of made it as safe as possible. So let's go through the system. Nokia plug. Linked up to what? Linked up to this. There's a, yeah, what do you call them? Splot connector. 2 bits of silver in. They've both gone black because of the electrolysis between them. See the silver, it wasn't in the water at the bottom. They're still nice and silver. So that's it in a nutshell. It can't fall in. I've got it so it sits in, and it was that close to the water where the silver is. And it's basically a Nokia plug. Let's lay it out for you. Dropped it a bit hard. A Nokia plug. It's modified. Cut the end off. And the negative and the positive, what we're doing. What? There we go. Negative and positive have gone into that block connector. Simple. There's only 2. Can't go wrong. And 2's coming out of there. It doesn't matter which way you put it. They will both react. One bit of silver is shorter than the other. That's because Dodgy Doctor sent on me to try it out. So simple little design. Highly dangerous. It only kicks out 5 volts. Look at your output on that when you're looking at making the adapter. Yeah, 3 square volt batteries, 9 volt batteries, square volt. 3 9 volt batteries, 27 volts. It makes your particulates go a bit bigger, I'm told. And so we use a little current, just a tiny current, to produce the murkiness. Let's go. So it was clear yesterday. It's the same jar, I assure you. We'll go outside in the light, so we can have some analysis. Health, love, strength, energy. Right, what would I like to show you? The bottom's up. Let me see, is there too much glare? There you go. Look at that beauty. So that's where you deposit your silver carbons. I don't know, I'd have to ask someone. It's my first time I've done it, but when the electrolysis is happening, that's your carbons and everything. I don't want it outside too long because it is distilled pure water. I don't want anything to contaminate it. So let's do a quick few tests and then we'll get it back on. So what we can see here, I'll get it around the other way. What can we see? Ah, healthy. It looks like a Jedi type trick, that, doesn't it? Yeah, baby. That's amazing. You go through a nice bird's eye. So move it through, yeah. So you get the nice all the way. It's no trickery. That's beautiful. Let's get you. Let's just remember what it was like yesterday with the other one. All about school, they always told you, didn't they? You've got to compare, and if you're comparing, you've got to do it like for like and take out the variables. It started off like this yesterday in colour, not in chemical content, but in colour it was like that. It was distilled, it was a bit healthier. So what do you notice? Very thin beam in the first one. See all the particulates reflecting in this one, all the impurities come down. Oopsie. Carry on. Cancel. Oh, nearly killed it. If you look down here, he says famously. As well, can you? But you'll see the particulates, that's all the impurities and then reflecting. There's no silver in this one. This is just straight from the tap. So that's the Severn Trent, Yorkshire Water, Thames Valley, whoever you're paying your sweat equity to. That's what they're leaving in, okay? So your impurities in there, that's not beneficial at all. That's what shouldn't be in there. Tablets, hydrochloride, fluorides, heavy metals, toxic metals. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that comes out the tap. So yeah, I've drunk it all my life. I'm 40 and I've just stopped. So I'm telling you all, anybody that's younger than me, you need to do this now. Stop drinking it. So there you go. What we got? Just a solid. It looks like a Jedi sword, doesn't it? It does. That's what we're going to call it. So there's much in the way of reflection. I've put pen on there. Damn it. Let's go through this way. You will see the silver particles in there eventually, watch. It's kind of settled. It's not like the other one, is it, at all? I'm going to give it a stir with my sterilised pen. Right there. Let's just give it a twirl for you. Let's go. And you see the bits moving now. You see them swirling. You'll catch the silver catches and it will sparkle like a... Let's get it back so you can see. It's not as easy as it looks, all this, you know, guys. Pens and glasses and... You can't, it's not picking it up because the green line, in that green line, you see the camera's picking up such a blur, but the green line, actually, there you go, you see the... Right, you can, with the eye, you can see it like sparkle in it. Let's do the other one then. I love science, can you tell? Look at that badass. Enriched, yeah. Now you're dying to see what the parts per million are. We haven't finished yet. We haven't finished, I tell thee. It's proper bow. Let's go for a torch. We'll get it on full bit, that's it. So, what do we see? See quite a lot. Yep. What you'll see in here though, again, might pick up, no, don't pick up any impurities. That's why we use the laser. So yeah, see that doesn't much of effect straight through there. What? Warm. Is that bits? Yeah, that's actually a bit of silver in the top you saw then. Flake of, it will be filtered. I've seen about the filtration, so we are on it. Now, for the moment of truth. Oh, let's turn the camera back round. We're going to see ppms and content such as ppm 0. When it goes dark and flashes, it's red. It's red, the parts per million. That's the one. So it's about 15 point something hours later, remember, at 5 volts. If I had a bigger silver plate at 5 volts, more surface area, it would have gone faster. Because we've only got 2 tiny bits of silver, it's taken a long time. If you fattened it out and had more surface area, hydrogen doctor, you see, that's why I know about this kind of stuff. 17 parts per million, and this is a TDS and an EC meter reader, so it is right for reading. We had a comment yesterday saying it wasn't right for reading parts per million. So 17 ppm, and the mode 36, generally always double on the chemical compound content, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, I'm well chuffed. So we're nearly at 20 parts per million. It's looking very cloudy. I thought halfway through, when it is 24 hours, but still, it's only like charging the phone up. It's only just, yeah, same as charging your phone up. That's the colour. That's what happens. We're going to look at your comments. We're going to have a read and going to set that going. Ladies, I'm trying to broadcast to the planes. 1 minute. Domestics, eh? It's a proper real family, this. We're not perfect in any way. We're as crazy as you lot out there. Comments, let's go. Hi, David. Look at that. Did you use distilled water? I've not had a chance to. What do you think? You can't even show it. Show too much kitchen. So our kids, I don't drink it. I like this one now. Come on, let's have a little. Yeah, Vimto. We do that. So it's made fresh. And when you pollute your body, if you can, you know, what did John Lennon say? You got to be healthy. You're going to take mushrooms and experiment and this, that, the other. Then make sure you eat your vitamins and your veg and flush yourself and all that business after. So we do. We did, yeah. Wouldn't 9 volt be twice as quick? Yes, but it's down to particles, Stuart. I've got the setup. I've got 3 Sonys there, 3 9 volters. Other such varieties are available. Asda, Morrison's, Tesco, Duracell, rechargeable, Go Green. So that would make the electrolysis part of that. Let's give it a clean as well. What I do here to get to a dry Brillo pad. Do you call them Brillo pad? Shouldn't have said that either. It's a nice clean dry one. And where it's black there, you see the silver and the black difference at the top. You'll see there's silver here, and then it's carbon behind it. There you go, you see a bit better now. So just simply make sure it's not plugged in. It's always unplugged when you're working with it. We're not crazy. We're not trying to. It is crazy. It's mad scientist Nikola Tesla. We love you. I'm not saying this was from Nikola Tesla, but ask yourself why silver has been taken away from the United Kingdom, Anglo, American, French, Lithuanian, Polish, Slovakian. Most of the medicine techniques that we've seen silver cure, they've removed it again. They've removed silver from the medication of man. Now, it was doing really well some time ago, quite a long time ago. I'm not going to tell you when. You can do your research. And we was kicking ass. Now this stuff beats. This will kill 650,000 pathogens, allegedly. I haven't tested that. The research has been said. 650 pathogens. Stop it. I'm so clumsy, aren't I? See, I'm a proper Taurus. And he said, the guys that I was watching, and I did start watching Bob Beck, I'm looking at the pulsar and the machine. He said that it can cure 650, this is the guy that invented it, Bob Beck, pulsar and colloidal silver, all the pathogens, 650,000. He said cancer and AIDS and everything, and other such things like syphilis. Not just this, but with the pulsar that you put here and here, and it puts a certain wave of electricity in microampage, so it won't hurt you. 400-ish bandwidth megahertz, and it kills, because your blood circles around your wrist. It will slow if you keep it there, do all your body, and it filters out. So news to me again. Science. When you tell me this at school, guys, Andy, we've got lots to do. So we don't use a 9 volt, we use the lowest current possible. It takes, you know, I've waited 40 years for this, Stuart, so I can wait, you know, 48 hours to get 40 parts per million at a micro stages of that. I'll be well happy. Small mono, isn't it? Like monatomic, one particle, one atom. So it's atomizing through electrolysis the silver, and that's why I want it as small as possible. They just bought a distiller. The crap that's left behind there is amazing. It's not amazing, it's sickening. It's just, what the hell? What? We can come up with something better than this, couldn't we? And it stinks, yeah, it does. Aha, FPV Angel. Yes, sir. You're the one that did the video that I commented to. We need a hangout, brother, very soon. Let me know. You've got the email, haven't you? So FPV, go and check out that man's channel. I say, brother. I looked at something to do with Nazca ley lines and the history what he was putting out there. He's one of them channels that doesn't proclaim to know it all, doesn't say he knows it all, but tells you what he does know and leaves it out of there. I am researching Vedic lines now. I'm looking into the ancient texts of providing the golden age of I can't even tell you the stuff that's boxed my head this morning at 2 a.m. FPV, I'll relay it with you in a hangout in the near future, I do hope. And P900, okay, good. You have copper wire in your circuit. I'm thinking that will change a few things. You can do a test sometime just by hanging into a glass of distilled overnight. Look at this. This is excellent. Did you calibrate tester? Yes, I did calibrate tester. John, can you use the electronic magnets to make moronic gold ormus water? Moronic, it's monatomic gold. I don't know, John. We'll have to discuss that, brother. Possibly. What about 2 silver coins on 9 volt? Big surface area means smaller particles. That's the kind of stuff that we like, Stuart. That's what we like. Optimum. We're looking for optimum performance, aren't we? Maximum power, maximum surface area, lot of water. Bash it all up like that. I've actually put, though, Bosnian pyramid water in there, 5 mil, come on, because we're on, I'm going to have to show you, and Reiki, so it's not just colloidal silver. We have got, sorry about the extreme close-up, these are from the tunnels underneath Bosnia when we went travelling last year. So this has got 25,000 bovies on the energy scale. It's been tested at independent laboratories. See my Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun Facebook group and videos for that. I've tested that water out in a little bit of a dodgy spot somebody had, and he got rid of it in 2 days whilst we was in Hungary, and they said they'd been to the doctors and put loads of cream on it. So I've drank it. It makes me feel all right, but it's now in there. We are on it, guys. You are the best. You can change seawater into drinking water. No, you can't. It's got bloody Fukushima in it. Why would you want to do that? Don't eat anything from the sea, I would say to you, is the best type of advice I could give. Is the sea safe? If you're going to eat anything from the sea, then you want to be getting a little Android app that counts Geigers. It's disgusting. Rotors, easy. All right, brother. Nice to see you. Just a quick one. I've still got lots to do. You guys all know each other. This is excellent. It's a union. It's a holy union. Thank you, guys. The spirit lives on in this. So I'll come back tomorrow, or maybe update later on about 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. We'll see what it's crept up to and what the colour's like. Maybe get the green laser out. All right. Peace and love. I'll be back later. We're going to be talking about Mr. and Mrs. and the church next. My next topic of chat with you lot, I'll probably get Sovereign on, Smithy that is going to be about the church and getting a license. Man doesn't need to get licenses. Man doesn't have to go and beg and submit and so forth. So when guys are getting married and the church get you to fill in the book and sign the documentation and so forth as the Mr. and the Mrs., that's a title. They are marrying a union of capital names, aren't they? Mr. David, Jeremita, date of birth, surname, blah, blah, blah. You put down your equitable signature as you are wearing the personam. So the churches have had a massive amount of change since wedlock, husbandry, bastard children, and the Bible in the house. So the laws we're going to be looking at next are going back to the man-made laws and the church's involvement with how they've deceived every man and woman that's tried to join their hand in front of God with a license has basically defouled that incentive, and that you don't need a license to take your soulmate and make a promise to the Creator. Sorry about God, that's where the church call it, don't they, God? You make a promise up there like that to the big man, and you don't need no licenses. A man is as king. So yeah, I'm really had a prolific moment the other morning whilst I was talking about on a private chat, man and wife, churches, titles, what happens when they join the corporations, the man and the woman name, the persons are joined. So the woman we see joining the man, and the woman's surname, the trust estate name gets carried over to the man's one, and so that gets dropped and it's mismanaged, you see. So at the point of every marriage, the woman's trust name, which is the family name, the clan name, legally the surname, is removed and replaced with the the males that she's going to join in unionship with. So ships, contracts, capitals, we're on it. We're having a busy day. I'm going to speak to Dean, a tube viewer that I've forgot about. He's giving me a bit of an arse kicking. So yeah, I'm probably late again now. I'm going to go and do that. Catch up with Sovereign Smith later. I've applied for guys to email UK Freedom Project at gmail.com. We're having some heavyweight hangouts. Please search Sun and Moon or Sovereign playlist, I think it was, or look through my playlist. Look for Sun and Moon first birthday. Have a look at the chats we had on there. It was a 6-hour marathon with a panel of about 10. I come on 4 hours into it, speak to a guy in America called Matt, who's had a stroke, heart attack, died 3 minutes or so, comes back to life, and not comes back, but was resuscitated and everything, and he's still with us, thank goodness. And he's got colours and symbols and numbers, and Indigo met him for the first time, so heads popping, FPV. So much to get on with you about. Where are you going, ladies? You're going to across the road? All right, kisses. 1 minute. We can always pause for. See ya. Kisses. Yeah. I will squash you, and now you two turn me say it. That's enough, love. Go away. It's enough. Don't want to overdo it. Like they come back for more all the time. It's. So what was I saying? UK Freedom Project at gmail.com. Hangouts. Put in the subject of the email what you'd like to talk about in the hangout. Some body of text in the email itself, who you are, what your experience is, what you could bring. If you've noticed the sciences that we're looking at, the 0 point, the Nikola Tesla, the Rodinian, the Michael Tellinger, the Hutchinson, the Eric Dollard, we are on it. We know about most of it. We're making a lot of stuff happen at the minute, and we're testing it openly. We're not trying to sell anything, monetize it. We're just trying to make it all better and make it so that the servitude and the slavitude comes to an end. We'll get out this knowledge, laws, maxims, principles, power of attorneys, sciences, health, wisdom. It's all there. It's all the same. It's all for, discussion. You guys, easy. We're coming back later on, so thank you. I'm very happy about the connectivity that you've got, and there's no nastiness, there's no idiots. So we'll carry on. And we'll be back later on. Thank you for your time and patience, viewers. That is incredible. That's all I can say. If my science teachers were about now and I was still in rugby where I grew up, I would go and find them and say, now then, what's going on? When you teach us about this, telling me about such things as it get me nowhere in life, and this could just basically save us. Cost pennies. And they don't tell it you. Like I said at the beginning, there's a system, an established system. We see it, we know who it is, and they've removed certain things from us. Listen to this. Silver sixpences used to be used back in the day. Dean's going to kill me. Back in the day to be putting into milk and dairy products. Why? Because the antibacterial properties of the silver kept the milk alive for longer because they didn't all have a fridge. And they were putting it on stones and stuff. So it's just it's our ignorance. It's there to be found. That's one last look for you. Do it around that way. It is relatively safe, even though I said I'm using a Nokia charger, and it's homemade device. It's not going to, as long as no children touch it. Like our kid knows to stay away from it. Told her straight away. It's not that bad. It is an improvised device. Didn't even turn it back on, but as long as it's kept out the way, and you've done it as I have in a similar fashion, don't do it as I do, and then something go wrong and say it were Indiglo. He showed me, because I don't take any responsibility, and I don't encourage anybody to set this up in their own home. They should get somebody who's experienced with electrics, electronics, microelectronics, half a brain, if not a full brain would be preferential, and knowledge of this. Do not set this up or try and emulate it yourself. We will be looking at, with your guys' help, going big, bulk, full-time. We'll get the deionizer. We need something that can do something like 30, 40, 50 litres, not 5. And then we can put that into such things as Big Barry's bottles. And I just showed you more of my kitchen, damn it. And we'll get this on the .coms and out for cost price. This is in addition to copper water, what we're going to look at making as well. What was the species taken before the pharmaceuticals come on show? What? Oh, go on, brother. Right, I've got to go because I've got somebody waiting for me. You know I like to talk and I'll be here a long time. But Fancy testing a new frame for me? A frame? Yeah, we like testing. FPV. I'm so glad you've connected. We have much to do. There is much work to be doing. There is much information to pass and share. I'm going to say ciao, and we'll catch up later. Peace and love, my lovely viewers, subscribers, brothers, sisters, sovereign, sentient souls. Look at that kitchen. What?